barreling down the road like the tiny two-door truck on a slender street in the Enoch of Japan that surprisingly has two-way traffic. It's DIA, or Dudes in Asia. What up, peoples? As always, this is David Hayter.
And this is David Wen, aka WWND, aka What Would Noogie Do?
It's Tuesday, February 12th. You know, I think last week we screwed up the date, man. We said it was Tuesday, February 4th. Haha, but what you don't know is that I'm actually a time traveler, and I'm not bound by your calendars or the laws of your time.
Yeah, boy. And it was getting back to the flow of everything, so, you know, we got a little hiccups. Anyways, I left my mic back in Kinshasa, so excuse me if my audio sounds a little bit shitty this week and next, but I'll be getting on it soon. So anyways, Hater, what's good with you, hombre?
You know, same old stuff. I'm still keeping up with my workout and diet, although last week...
Nice.
I did not keep up with my workout. I barely kept up with my diet. I still lost some weight, you know. So
you lucky fuck.
yeah, it's just to like rub it in the face of everybody else who has problems.
Yeah.
No, I don't know though, man. I was really surprised too. I thought it was gonna go in the other direction, maybe, you know. But I don't know. I guess maybe there's something to like. I don't know if that intermittent fasting really does a lot of stuff, or it's just cutting out the calories, you know, but it's working for me, so trying to keep it up.
A little bit of both, man. I mean, you're cutting out a meal a day.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're cutting out a meal a day, you know?
Yeah.
Actually, it really depends how much you're eating in that window, so.
That is true as well, you know? Like,
if you just, like, cut that meal, eat 2 meals, then you're doing great, but if you just, like, fucking binge in that 8-hour window, then it's a whole different story.
Yeah, like I only eat in a 2-hour window. It's like, what do you eat? I eat 3 large pizzas.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
But some people swear by that. You can eat whatever you want and how much you want in an 8-hour window, you know?
Interesting.
Exactly, but it's like, I don't know. I think it kind of depends on your body as well.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But some people just say, like, you know, it's like, you know, some people say it's cut 1 meal, or other people say just eat as much as you want in 8 hours. But that sounds kind of wrong.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I always kind of go back to the math of it, you know, like calories in, calories out, you know?
Exactly. I think that essentially that's like the ultimate thing you want to look at.
Yeah, man. But other than that, last week was a homegirl's birthday. Her name is Kaori. It's funny, like she's the daughter of this one teacher I used to work with, right? And she's like a international teacher here in Japan. And she used to be an English teacher like at a Catholic school in Peru, you know? So yeah, when I kick it with them, I speak Spanish, and then it's just all like fucked up, like Japanese, Spanish, English. It all just gets screwed up, you know?
Nice.
But yeah, we went to this one spot.
Conversation to be in.
It is, man. Yeah, there's just like random words for every language, just kind of like in and out, you know? And then they kind of speak the Spanish from Peru, so it's like a little bit different from the Spanish from like Mexico, like from Spain, you know? Yeah, but we went to this restaurant for her birthday called Cannery Row. It's out here in Yokkaichi. It's pretty sweet, man. If you come out here, like, and you said your wife likes buffets, man. It's like a Italian buffet.
I'm so scared of buffets right now, man.
Oh, really?
I'm personally scared of buffets. My wife can't turn that shit down, so.
Right on, man. But yeah, and then on the way back, man, there's like an interesting thing that happened, but we'll talk about that later. You had a question, dude?
But you said it was an Italian buffet?
Yes, Italian. But
I don't think I've ever really heard of an Italian buffet.
Yeah, we actually have a couple out here, man. Like,
really?
So this one, though, is like you go in and then you buy like an entree, like a pasta or like a pizza. And then the buffet is free, you know, or it's kind of...
What's in the buffet, though?
Oh, they had a bunch of stuff, man. Like, they had, like, man, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, they had, like, salad, right? They had, like, some smoked, like, salmon and some, like, seafood type of stuff. They also had, I want to say, like, some type of meat that was, like, almost kind of stewed, you know? There's also, like, some duck, like, sliced duck. Yeah, and then their dessert section, like for Japan, was actually quite good. Like they had like real like cheesecake, which is very rare, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got tiramisu?
I think so, man. I'm drawing a blank though, dude. I want to say they do. I hope they do. What kind of place doesn't?
Anyways, yeah, good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Other than that, over the weekend too, I did some some work at the local travel agency, making like a tourism pamphlet.
Nice.
But it was like pretty sweet, man, because like, you know, I've volunteered with this group before, and like their affiliation, you know, like their affiliates, and they're like, yeah, so we want to put together like a pamphlet about like tourism in Yokkaichi, and we think you'd be good for it. I'm like, all right, cool. So what do I got to do? And they're just like, oh yeah, just go to these places, and then like, you know, you'll just like write about it. I was like, okay. And then I was reading these emails like, yes, we'll meet the models here and blah blah blah. I'm like, models? I'm like, holy shit, I better get ready for this. But yeah, they hired like a photographer and stuff, man, and it was like a pretty legit like production.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and so I just got to go around to a bunch of places around town, and they're like, here's this shrine. Now look like you're dropping this coin in the box. We're going to take some pictures of you doing that. And they're like, now look at this way like you're looking at something. I'm like, okay. I'm like, now walk down here like you're walking. I'm like, okay. I'm like, now drink this tea. Now eat this. Now eat this. You know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, man. I'll get some of those pictures, you know, and that's why, I don't know, maybe in the next couple of weeks I'll talk about like volunteering, like freelancing, you know, kind of a way to, yeah, network and get some extra cash.
Yeah, I should be doing that.
Yeah, it helps, man. But yeah, other than that, man, like, I don't know, just kind of planning my spring break too. Like, I know you said that you might be coming out this way. And then a couple of my other one of my homeboys like, hey man, I want to come visit you. I'm like, all right, cool. That's when I'm free. He's like, hey man, I told the other homeboy that he should come out too. I'm like, well, all right, that'll be cool. It's gonna be a gang of us out here having a good time. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes, dude.
Yep.
Well, yeah, man. How's it for you, man? You had some time off of work, right?
Yeah, time off of work. Focus on that. It was busy. I actually did a lot less eating and drinking than I expected.
Oh, like, really?
I was not expecting to get like, you know, like full as fuck and like drunk as shit, but like none of that actually happened.
Right on, man.
I was just busy helping out, man, because I'm like we had a little talk before the podcast. It's like I'm at that age where I'm not old enough to not do anything, and I'm not like young enough to also not do anything.
Yeah, right.
So I'm in the middle age where I gotta help out because there's like, you know, no one's servant or maid or nanny is working during that. They all go home. So it's that middle age group that's gonna do all the stuff in the middle. So I kind of had to help prepare, help clean the dishes and all that. So I had like no downtime during that unless it was like late night.
Oh man, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, but I don't care. I still managed to beat Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nice.
That was, yeah, amazing game. But unfortunately, like, you know, online is shitty, so.
Yeah, not a big fan, you know, it's just me.
Yeah, I just finished the game, polished it, and it's like, done, put it in the cabinet, you know?
Yeah, moving on.
But we'll be working on a new game soon. I guess we heard some good reviews. We're going to probably try it after this podcast, so.
That's right. What's the name of that one again?
Apex Legends.
That's right, Apex Legends. Should be cool, man.
Yeah, let's see what's up. It sounds interesting. It sounds really interesting.
Yep.
So let's see how it goes. I haven't worked out, unlike you. I mean, you did work out. You didn't work out for 1 week, so yeah, I didn't work out ever since my Moon 8 trip that I had like worked so hard for. I haven't weighed myself, so I have no idea what's going on. But let's see how it goes. I'm gonna try to get back to it on this week.
Okay.
And then speaking of working out, Akbar is trying to get back in his workout groove. I heard Brownie and DJ is actually trying to get back on their workout groove too. So I was thinking we should do some kind of like social thing between us to have like a workout accountability system.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start the dudes workout challenge, man. Dudes in Asia, dudes in the USA, dudes in the world.
Hey, that's a good idea, man. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how like. So I was part of 2 groups before. One was on Facebook groups. Like you just had to post a photo of your workout. We tried to see how many people, like how many days in a row you could actually work out.
Yeah.
And then like, I destroyed that challenge. And then we had this My Zone challenge. It was like you had to buy this like heart rate monitor, and they kind of gamified working out where if you hit a certain heart rate, you got a certain amount of points. So obviously with that kind of setup, a cardio workout will easily earn you points compared to if you only hit the weights, you know?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But we had that set up last month, and I also destroyed in that challenge.
Right on, man.
So but I'm mostly just trying to fight myself, but it kind of helps to kind of see what everyone else is doing, so you kind of either turn it up a notch, you know? So anyways, yeah, dude. Hey, are you down to figure out something to see what else is what we can do?
Yeah, man. We'll look into it, man. We'll see what's happening.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Another thing is Grace turned 9 months old.
Oh, right on. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Flying by, dude. Yep. So yep. Outside of that, man, that's pretty much what's new in the world of Niggy, man.
Right on, man. Sounds like good times.
Yeah.
All right. So, sounds like we should probably move on to the main course of the evening.
Tonight's main course?
Yeah. And you know, I wanted to talk about this because of what happened after we ate dinner for my friend's birthday last week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it was very interesting. So she drove us out there. And, well, just to let you know, we're going to be talking about dealing with cops in Japan and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the main course for the evening. But
your main course.
Indeed.
When I tell you about my cop stories in Vietnam, it'll be a lot different than that.
Hi-oh, I bet, dude. But yeah, it was really funny because we were driving home. And like it was like this tiny like street, just like one lane of traffic in each way. And like we came around this curve and we just saw like a car just like stopped on the side of the road. And like, this is like an odd place to park. Like, what's going on here? And like it didn't have on like any blinkers or nothing. And we like went up around it. And then like we looked and there's just a guy at the wheel like with his head down. We're like, well, that's not good. You know? And so like the person who was driving just kept going straight. And then she called the popo and was like, hey, looks like this guy might have just gotten into an accident, like blah, blah, blah. And there's funny, like, okay, so where are you? And they're just like, well, I went past it and like now I'm here. I'm like, well, where did it happen? Like, it happened on this highway. They're like, that highway, huh? I'm like, yeah, that highway. And then they're like, okay. Yeah, and so then we told them like what the highway was and stuff. And they're like, but where on that highway? It's like, okay, so after this light, it's like right around this place. Like, what place? I was like, after this light. This place? They're like, yeah, by the pachinko. There's pachinko over there. I'm like, yeah, there's pachinko over there. Like, you know. And then like, we don't really know where that is. And I was just like, it's over by this convenience store. Like, oh, we know that convenience store. It's like right in front of that convenience store. Like, no, before it. It's like in between the light and the convenience store. Like, yeah. They're like, okay, we'll send someone to check it out. I'm like, okay, so that's taken care of. That's good, you know. And then like 2 minutes later, another person calls back. They're like, hey, so you called about that thing, right? Like, yeah. They're like, where is it again? They're just like, what in the fuck? Like, you know, I could be like bleeding somewhere, like dying. They're like, where are you? You know, but yeah, man, it was just nuts. And then like, come to find out, right? So the lady called once and they called her back. And then like, we're like chilling at my place for a little bit. And then like they called her again later. You know what I mean? To see like where that person was. Or like, I don't know. Like I just went past it and I saw it and I thought you should know about it. And they're like, okay, that's cool then. Like, you know, it's pretty nuts, man. But yeah, you said you had some encounters too with the popo out there, huh? In Vietnam?
Yeah. So this was back in Kentucky. I mean, this is a little old story, but so like I don't really deal with the cops. I don't have very few stories, but this is like one of them where. So I had moved in Kentucky. You've been in that spot, Hater.
Oh, and, yeah.
Yeah. So I had just moved in, and probably like 2 weeks in, I had this popo like knock on my door, and then he's just like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" It's like, "Sure, what's up?" But obviously, there's gonna be some miscommunication because this is all in Vietnamese, right? Yeah. But I at least knew enough, like. So apparently, my neighbor, was receiving some. Like some pretty like inappropriate text messages, you know, like saying like, oh, like watching you undress. I could see you do this. I could see you do that. And I was just like, huh? Like
shit.
So this cop straight just started just like straight like, you know, what the fuck are you doing? What's your phone number? It's like, huh? Like what's this about? You know? So I gave him a phone number and it's like, do you have any other phone number associated with you? It's like, no. because he's like, okay, this is what's going on, right? He told me, like, someone's sending your neighbor text messages saying that you could, looking through your window, seeing her, blah, blah, blah. It's like, come look at my window. I can't see shit because it's blocked off,
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. I think apparently this person wanted to, like, rent my house, I think. This is all my assumption, right?
Okay.
Because whoever did this timed it when I moved in and just kept sending this person messages as if, like, they were me. Saying this, saying that. And then this cop just kept just interrogating me and just like trying to find like what was I doing illegal? Because he's like, oh, you're a foreigner? Like, what are you doing here? And I was like, dude, I'm just, like, I'm just here. I'm just teaching English, bro. Yeah. And it just kept like trying to find like any, like something wrong with what I was doing, because like this is, Vietnam. So everyone's very neighborly. Everyone's very friendly. Because this guy essentially is my neighbor, but I didn't know that,
Okay.
Because after he kind of realized like it wasn't me, he became friendly with me. But his first impression of me is like, there's this new fucking foreigner who's just like giving my neighbor shit, So he sat there for like, I think it was like at least an hour just trying to just dig details about me. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And it's like, eventually after it happened, I realized like it wasn't me that was sending these messages. Because he just realized, like, dude, this guy's Vietnamese shitty. And I saw some of these text messages that, this person's sending, and I can't put these two together.
Yeah.
So eventually he kind of just kept going. Because, like, he's, the first 30 minutes is like, you're guilty. How am I going to prove it? But eventually, it was like, because I felt like I had no idea. But, at that time, I didn't know what was going on. And so essentially, I just didn't know how to handle it,
Yeah.
So I kind of just like, dude, like, why are you accusing me of this shit? Eventually, once I understood that, what was happening, it's like, dude, it's not me. And I really didn't know, like, how to tell you further that it wasn't me, And, so like, I kind of started tearing up. I was like, dude, like, what can I do to prove to you, like, I have no idea who this bitch looks like, what her phone number is, how to write these messages that you're accusing me of. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm a goddamn English teacher, dude. I can barely speak the language. So, like, what does it take to prove to you that I didn't do it? So eventually I kind of just realized like I was being honest and genuine about what was going on. Eventually he kind of backed off and just started to see what else I was doing wrong, because I guess he just couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing there in general. Because like if you looked at my house, Hater, you remember like it was a bare bones place.
Yeah, I do remember that, dude.
So I was like, you're an English teacher. What the fuck are you living like this for, right? Like you only have a bedroom with a bed. You don't really have any furniture in the house. Like what the fuck, So it's like to him, like something still seemed completely off, So eventually kind of like keep explaining my story, but eventually he just kind of had to drop everything. Only thing he just realized, like, I didn't go to the local government and just kind of like saying I lived at this, I'm the new person, I'm living here,
Oh,
you're supposed to do that wherever you go. But he eventually just didn't care. But it's just like, at least do that so you can protect yourself later, just in case someone else who's not me comes in and barreling down your house trying to fucking, accuse you of some bullshit.
For sure, man.
But still, dude, just because, like, it's such a close to the community in Vietnam that if you get accused of something and, like, that person is, like, a close friend of that cop, it's almost like you're guilty as fuck and you have to prove your innocence to the extreme,
Yeah, right. That's what I was gonna say too, man. Is like dealing with Vietnam. It's like that communist government, dude.
Exactly. So this is like fuck justice. It doesn't exist. It's just who what and then eventually just prove it until like I can't go any further. But when he kind of realized he was just going down like an empty path of like accusing me and just realizing like, this guy is not good at Vietnamese. He's not this. He's not that. Okay, fuck it. I was like, what else can I do?
Yep.
So yeah, that was my first, situation with the cops in Vietnam.
For sure, man.
What's your next story in line, bro?
Yeah, I've got a pretty funny one here. So, like, if you're familiar with Japanese law, right? Like, it's different from like California, like other countries in the world. like you can walk around drinking like anytime and it's cool, you know. And like even like, you know, anytime at night too, like there's no last call on alcohol out here, like anywhere, you know. It's all like 24 hours a day. And so like yeah, like me and some of our friends, like we went to a party at this one Taiwanese restaurant around here. They have like a pretty sweet deal. It's like all you can eat and all you can drink for like $30 for like 2 hours. But so yeah, we wanted to have a good time. We wanted to keep the ball rolling. And so we went up the street to like a park, you know, like we went and got some beers, you know, and like we're just kicking in the park. It was maybe around like, I don't know, 11 o'clock, like midnight, you know, just having a good time. And so like we've gone before, and like you can see like, you know, there's houses next to the park, and like they turn on their light and like look outside. But you know, they don't really do nothing too much, right? And so one day we're doing this, right? And we just see like a cop car like pull up, you know, and we're like, oh, poser here. And then like two guys get out of the car and they just like jog over, not like a sprint, they just jog over. And so like, all right, just be cool, see what's going on. I think there are about like 4 or 5 of us over there, you know, like 3 guys and like 2 chicks. So they come up and they're like, hey, you guys are drinking out here, huh? Like, yeah. Like, oh, you guys are all older, huh? It's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, the person that called said you're a high schooler. So I'm like, what the fuck? So my guess is that they probably called before and was like, hey, these foreigners are drinking in the park. And they're just like, they could do that. Yeah. You know? And then they're just like, hey, there's high school kids drinking in the park. They're like, okay, let's go get them. You know? But
speaking of drinking in the park, do you remember that time, Hater?
Yeah, I remember a couple times, man.
That time me, you, and Joe were smoking cigars and drinking Coca-Cola. And it was like, are you sure there's only Coca-Cola in these cans? Like, yes, sir. Sniffed it, but that really is Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You sure there's only tobacco in these cigars? Yes, there is, sir. Yeah, there really is only tobacco.
Yeah, it's just like, well, it's after 10, you can't really be here. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah. But it did look shady, though. It was like 3 dudes smoking cigars and drinking Coca-Cola. Like, yeah, something illegal here is happening. And then it was like, well, these guys just shouldn't be here. That's it.
Yeah. Well, it's like from far away, like it looks like it could probably be like beer, you know?
Yeah, beer and weed.
Yeah, somebody just chiefing a fatty boombastic, you know?
Yeah. It was like these fucking idiot high school kids, man.
Yeah. But, you know, it was funny, though, too, is like after the cops came and talked to us about that, about like drinking in the park out here in Vietnam. Or not in Vietnam, out here in Japan. You know, I'm screwing up my timelines again. But anyway, no.
You're a time traveler, bro.
That's right. Shh, it's a secret. No, but anyway, like the cops are just like, all right, so we have to take down like one of your information, you know, just to show that we came here. And then it's like, all right, you're the new guy, give him your stuff, you know. So they had my homeboy like give his information to him, and then after that, they're just like, all right, have a good night. And then they just left. Like, they didn't tell us to go or nothing. We're just like, shit, man. What do we do now? Like, we should probably go, huh? It's like, yeah, let's go. It was like some reverse psychology, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you have any other run-ins with the cops out there, man?
Yeah. So my next story is about traffic cops. So in Vietnam, if you see a officer in a green uniform, that means they only have authority that's not on the road. So pretty much if they were to see you do something illegal, they have no authority. If you see officers in these yellowish peach, I don't know what fucking color it is. It's like those are like traffic cop uniforms. So they have no authority that's not on the traffic. That's not on the streets.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So there you go. That's just a little thing for you guys to learn. So like if say you do something on the like smoking weed like on the side of the building, if it's a traffic cop, they have no authority over you to do anything against you. So anyways, like the rule of thumb usually is if you speak English as you're most likely going to be cleared of anything from a traffic cop because they can't speak English most of the time. So they just don't really want to fuck with you. But if they can speak English, boy, will they fuck with you. Because they know you got money. You're a foreigner, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because, so like my friend the other day, actually like last week, actually 2 weeks ago, got pulled over and they asked for like $5 million.
Wow.
Which is like $250, which is insane. Like if you're a local, nothing ever reaches above 200,000, which is like less than $10.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and instead of him paying $5 million, they took his bike, you know?
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, fucking cops, dude. So anyway, so the first time I got pulled over, I went down. Like I had a gut instinct that I had a passenger, my wife's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
This was like a long time ago. He was not my little brother-in-law yet. But he told you, hey, just turn left, go down this wrong way. I was like, I don't think I should. It's like, dude, trust me, we're okay. So I make that left into the one, you know, like the one-way direction. I was going the wrong direction, and then, you know, there's just cops waiting.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but there were like, thing is, there were like a lot of people like going that direction as well, because it's a shortcut, but it's the wrong way. So they pulled like 8 bikes over, and I was one of them. So I got pulled over, and then I was like, shit. I was like, oh, I remember my friend told me, speak English, you'll be cool. So, you know, the guy spoke in Vietnamese first, but I didn't understand him. But the first thing he said was like, take off your glasses and take off your mask, which I understood and which I did, which was stupid.
Oh, no.
I did it though. I was like, huh? And then he just started talking. I was just like, dude, I don't understand. He started asking deeper questions that I didn't understand. He just looked at me, he's like, where are you from? I was like, US. Gave me a look down and just like, go. I was like, oh shit, nice. You know?
Damn, son.
So, yeah, so let me go that time. So that was like one of the bullets I dodged. However, the second time I got pulled over, I tried the same thing, but ooh, motherfucker spoke English.
Oh, not bad. They're not good.
Yeah. No, not good at all. So eventually it's just like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Nah, dude. He's like, where's your driver's license? I was like, oh, here it is. And he's like, why did you? So it was a bullshit move because it was late night. When it's late night, people kind of drive into like they kind of drive into the car lane. Mm-hmm. But it's bullshit though, because everyone drives in the car lane at nighttime because like, you know, the bike only lane is crowded.
Yeah.
You know? So I kind of peeked out a little bit, and he pulled me over. But the thing is, there are at least 5 other bikes in front of me that did the same thing. But they kind of just singled my ass out.
Yeah.
So yeah, pulls me over, and then I speak English, and he spoke English. And I'm like, shit. Okay, I can't get away with this one. He was like, you drove out of this lane, so that's $2 million. I was like, like hell no, that's like $100, right?
Yeah, right.
So then I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna turn this around and use my Vietnamese, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, come on, dude, all in Vietnamese, like, come on, dude, like, I know this is not a $2 million fine, like, this is 200 max, you know, like, I know the rules. This is you fucking trying to dick me right now. He's like, absolutely. You know? I was like, bro, like, okay. So I opened my wallet. I'm like, here you go. I'll only have 500,000, $25. He's like, no, that's not good enough. I was like, but look at my wallet. There's nothing. Like all I have is 500,000. So he takes my wallet and sees that. However, he sees like something kind of like stashed out a little bit, and he pulls it out. You know, kind of digging through my wallet. He pulls it out. It's like 1,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is almost like $150.
Oh, wow.
So he fucking whips out his phone, checks the currency rate, and just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take this shit. I'm like, dude, that's my lucky money, man. I just got this. You know, I got it like BC gave out lucky money that year, and that was like, you know, one of them. So he's just like, nope, I'm taking this shit. You know, I was like, motherfucker, you know?
Damn, dude.
But at that time I was hungry. I think I worked a long ass day too. So I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, I don't give a shit. Just give me my wallet and let me get the fuck out of here, you know? And then he actually kept my my Hong Kong and my 500K. I was like, dude, you're gonna take my Hong Kong dollar, give me my fucking 500K back. You know, like I need some money to go get some food. Then he gave it back. And I was like, motherfucker. Just drove home pissed as shit, you know?
Damn, that sucks, bro.
Oh yeah. Actually, no. Okay. Actually, here's the sad part of the story. Actually, now that I remember clearly, he was willing to let me go without anything. It was his partner that was not just like, no, get get as much money from this motherfucker as you can. You know, because he was just like, all right, whatever. Just let me talk to my partner real quick. He's like, no, find out how much he has. You know, he was actually the one who was like checking the exchange rate, not the guy who was directly dealing with me. I forgot.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah, dude. So the guy I was dealing with directly was okay with it. He's just like, fuck it. Because when I spoke Vietnamese with him, he was cool about it. His partner was not satisfied.
Right on, dude. But yeah, yep. It shows it pays to speak the language, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it looks like we hit that half-hour mark, my bro.
No way.
Yes, indeed. That does it for another fresh episode of Dudes in Asia. You know, wherever you go in the world, there's going to be cops out there, so just try to be respectful, you know, do your best, but, you know, sometimes you got to kind of take a stand and be like, yo, man, this ain't how it's going down, you know, but sometimes you can't really do too much.
Yeah, man, I completely agree, dude. Sometimes, like, you just got to go with the flow, just see what you can do and get yourself out of that shit, because sometimes, man, you're just complete victim. Anyways, this is WWND signing out. Be sure to check out our blog at dudesinasia.blogspot.com or hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/dudesinAsia.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, search for @DavidHater. That's @DAVIDH8R. Peace out.
Peace out, y'all.